Wow! After 10,000 years, I'm free. Free to podcast about Power Rangers.
Back at Jake's Escape. Time to make a podcast with attitude.
It's podcasting time. That's what he makes us say. Hello, everyone. This is Once More with Morphin, your Power Rangers watch-along show. The only one that matters on the internet.
Yes, the best. The best. That's all to say. It's the best.
I am your co-host, Jake, and I'm also joined by Nerdy Up North's Yellow Ranger, Becca.
Though we have got the wrong surrounds at the moment because I did one surround, but then forgot.
Oh, yeah.
So we're pink and blue at the moment because...
That's fine.
Still the best.
We can change. We can evolve. Yes. We can swap animal during the show. that sometimes happens.
It does. It does. You are right. But yes, we are here, and this is the first time we are live. You know,
yes.
we've not done this before. Like
neither of the Power Rangers, as far as I'm aware.
No, they've not done it. But this is the first time I've gone live for Nerdy Up North, so I'm a little bit like, ooh, because I've got control of the buttons.
Yeah, so if it's not working, shout at us. Yeah. But I don't know if we have the comments ready, but
yeah,
we can look at them. We can find them. We can find them. But yes, we are here at what most Power Rangers fans would consider the apex of the first season.
Yes.
Like the most legendary moment, and something a lot of children probably hadn't experienced up to this point, as in like the trope of bad character turn good, like join, evil guy gets beaten and joins the team.
Yeah.
It was epic.
It was epic. I vividly remember this as a kid, because this was streamed one at a time. We didn't get that back in the day where we could watch it all at the same time. Back in the day, we had to wait a week in between each one.
Possibly, unless. Like, I don't know if there was ever like summer holidays where they would show one every morning type of thing.
It could be. I might have watched it on that because I do remember that. What was it? It was ITV. ITV had it with Mr. Motivator on the summer holidays. So maybe I did see it that way. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Possibly. I mean, that would be the nice thing to do, is give kids a chance to be like, okay, this week, if you wake up at 7:00, you will see a Green Ranger episode every day.
I'd maybe like to think that that's what, did happen.
Yeah.
But who knows? Because that was a long time ago.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's lost knowledge because I've thought about it a few times. I'm like, I have no idea what channel I was watching any of this stuff on. And then until it became Sky Television, and then I was like actually picking a channel out of a menu.
Yeah, see, I also remember watching it later on the Sky Channel, because that's when they had the dog, and they had like the weird dog that was there. I do remember that, and I do remember watching the White Ranger saga.
Yes, so it eventually did move to like Fox Kids and stuff. So who knows what
I don't remember it being on Fox Kids, but I might not have had it by then. I might not have had posh cable at that point.
Yeah.
Only knows?
My grandparents had posh cable.
You were lucky. You were a lucky ducky.
I got to visit on the weekends and watch real TV. But yes, Green with Evil is the name of this 5-part set of episodes. And it goes ahead and introduces Tommy. He's given a very sort of mysterious intro at first. He's like, who's this new kid who's joined the karate tournament?
Yeah, and it's subtle. It's really subtle, and I do really like the way they did this, because though they start him off and it's him against Jason, and that does continue through the series.
Yeah,
I do like the fact that they were both evenly matched.
Yeah, and it's more of like a not a rivalry, but like a professional, like, oh well, we're both like good martial artists, therefore we enjoy sparring together because we're like on each other's level. It starts off like that anyway.
Well, yeah, it does start off like that. And yeah, it's a really fun kind of opening scene where we get to meet Tommy, you know, and
Hmm.
obviously my notes in this are pretty much Zach is a hype man because he is literally so positive. He is there backing his friends,
Yeah.
and then it kind of just it changes very very quickly.
Yeah, they don't waste a lot of time before uh Rita is like, ah, that's him, that's my that's my sixth Power Ranger type of thing.
Yeah,
Uh, and we're not given a whole lot of backstory because we're still in the crazy times for Power Rangers, and they're not giving us like a proper lore like the Japanese series would have been doing.
yes,
Um, so it's kind of flimsy because in my mind I was thinking like, oh, I didn't realize or I'd forgotten Tommy was normal at first. Like I thought he was
yeah.
like a plant by Rita,
Yeah,
like
I
in the
forgot.
school.
I when I was rewatching it, I forgot quite a lot of the beginning stuff. Like I'd forgotten
Yeah.
that Kimberly was instantly in love.
Oh, who wouldn't be?
I'd forgotten that part that she actually liked him before the evil stuff.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that part. And I forgot there's the moment where Kimberly is obviously smitten with him,
Mhm.
and he says something about he thinks she's cute or something, and Rita says something very similar, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think like Rita loves when she sees like anything sort of teenage in our dub. And she's like, ah, I'm gonna destroy it. These
Yeah,
cute teenagers having a
yeah.
date.
And well, no, that's it. So Kimberly thinks he's cute, Tommy's cute, and even
Yeah.
Rita thinks it because she admires him. That's it. I got to change the whole story then.
She knows how to pick him though. She's
She
like,
does.
this is my evil ranger. He's got everything.
She
The
does, but
looks, the
even like,
moves.
yeah, but then even when, they go to the school setting and you've got Tommy there, you've got
Yeah.
Kimberly there and Bulk and Skull come over, he's really protective towards her and that's really cute. Like
Yeah,
he's
it's
really,
funny because they, yeah, like Bulk and Skull see him as a new bullying target, and he's just like, "It no,
yeah.
like this isn't how it
But
works."
I, but like you said, I'd forgotten so much about this episode, and it goes very quickly though into Rita being
Doing
really
a spell,
scary.
yeah,
Like
doing it
this
like,
scene,
"Wah."
that, but that has to have been like the original footage. Like that has to be like the
Yeah,
original. Like there's been no dubbing or anything.
yeah, it's interesting. There definitely is a Japanese man like later on, like quite soon, but like, so yeah, Rita does that classic thing, which is send the putties down to test how good Tommy is, and I liked it because he uses the bin lid, which is that's a classic wrestling
Yes,
weapon of choice. And I'm like,
yes,
oh, Tommy, he can work the gimmick bin,
yeah.
the bin
But
lid.
it's a very
Very
90s.
good.
It's a very 90s thing. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say it. There is this episode is very very good for highlighting the 90s. I would
yeah,
if I was like doing social history or anything, I would use this episode as a really good example for it because you've got Kimberly in the cute hats, you've got the
yeah.
dustbins, and you've got several other things that are so 90s. It
Mesh tops,
Yeah,
green
yeah,
mesh top.
yeah. There are just so many things. This would be a good episode for social studies. Like if that's like your jam, this is a
Yeah,
good one. But
he almost has the 90s heartthrob haircut with the curtains,
yeah,
but we know he grows it long. He doesn't
yeah,
keep this sort of like
no,
mid-length thing.
no.
But yeah, they're definitely going for a vibe with Tommy. And so Rita's satisfied with this because he beats down a bunch of putties and she's like, ah, he's good enough.
But he is the typical Six Ranger joining the team. He is overpowered. So where the
Yeah.
original Power Rangers struggled with that amount of putties, he was
Yeah.
able to defend himself.
Yeah, he does yeah, he does a good job.
He does.
Because he knows how to pick up the trash can
Yeah,
mid-fight.
it's the power of
But
the trash lid.
yeah, so this is the part where it just kind of goes and it's like, oh, okay, now he's part of the spell, he's encased in wax.
Yes.
And then she's like, rise my to the like rise my evil Green Ranger. And then this is where the Japanese man
Yeah.
sits up out of the wax.
Yeah.
It is in shadow though, so
Yeah.
they try the best to
They
hide
did
it.
try their best, but it is a mess. As a grown-up, you do notice it so much, but it's a good scene, but it is very scary. I do find the moon in this episode really, really scary. I don't know what it is about it.
Yeah. It's a fun idea though, that because the moon does have like mystical vibes, and it's fun that you can imagine Rita using that to be like, oh no, this is making my magic super good when I'm up here, sort of thing.
The whole vibe of the moon just felt dark, and I was like, oh, I don't remember this as a kid. I don't remember this part.
I remember more, which is later on, the green candle stuff, that being quite creepy, but it's similar vibes in the like fully dark room with candles and dry ice. So yeah, basically now he's like, I'm gonna kill Zordon, and he actually like says, to the fall of Zordon and the destruction of the Power Rangers, and his kids were all like, no.
I'd be like,
because this guy looks like he can do it.
Yeah. But we are still only like 15 minutes into the episode, like the first episode.
Yeah.
There is so much that happens in this episode, because then you go to the command center.
Tragically, yes, we do go to the command center.
So
he just fucks it up.
Yeah, that is the only way to describe it. He fucks up the command center.
He starts like pulling. He like pulls the consoles out and all the wires. And stuff like that.
And like Zordon's like, Tommy, don't do this, and Alpha's like, whoa. But then obviously he gets a virus. He's knocked out, and then
sorry. This is where we have to explain to the kids. He puts a CD inside of Alpha 6.
See, that's another 90s thing that people will not understand.
That's a virus on it.
Yeah, it's a virus on it, but it's only on the disc.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like you're right, though, Zordon's kind of pleading with him and stuff, but it's kind of sad because he's like pulling all the wires out, and Zordon's like flickering out of existence, and we don't really know what the deal is with Zordon. Like, is he in the tube? Is it just a video of him? But it sounds like it's like keeping him in this universe in a roundabout way.
This would be where we would need the lore. We need more of the lore in this moment.
Yeah, but they're just so freaked out. And so the classic distraction happens with a big Goldar. You can always rely on big Goldar.
Yes.
And he's like in a tiny town like Godzilla, though, isn't he? Like smacking buildings and being like, and doing like eye beams.
But you got to remember, right? So this is literally the 90s. This is before 9/11. This is before anything. So they do show this. Obviously, when you get to Time Force, none of this is shown for the first, I think it's for that season, and maybe some of Wild Force. Nothing is shown like that.
Oh yeah, no Godzilla like kaiju city smashing.
You don't see any like buildings topple or anything like that. There's none of that type of destruction. But they go for it in this episode.
Yeah, and he's got like beams and stuff, and I'm just like, Goldar, settle down, big man.
Yeah, and we actually get like a full Zord montage, because I was going, ooh.
Yeah, you're right. Because the Rangers find the command center in ruins, and they're like, "What the hell?"
Because they have to use the rad bug. Yes, again to get there. I love the rad bug. The rad bug is like one of my favorite concepts because I love it.
I now understand the rad bug. It covers up for the times when Zordon gets smashed.
Yeah, when there is no access.
So then they basically have to fight Zordon the best. This isn't when. I might be mixing it up. Yeah, sorry, no, I'm mixing something there. But they do have a fight here. Goldar is nuts. He does a big drop kick as well, which is another wrestling move where I'm just like, these men in suits were going absolutely crazy for these episodes, and it was great.
Brilliant.
So this is where the most insane thing probably in the set of episodes happens. Tommy jumps inside the Megazord and just
throws them out.
Like Jason in the face.
But this is the first time that another Ranger is hit by another Ranger, and it's Trini.
Yeah, and it's like, we didn't know this could happen. Like, I know it's like he gets in because he's got a power coin, but like, I didn't know you could just jump on top of the Megazord and force your way inside. Yeah. And then he just fights them.
But literally, this is still one episode.
Yeah.
I literally, when I was watching this, I was going, how is this not like the second episode? So much happens in this episode. It's unreal.
Yeah.
But this episode ends with the Rangers getting thrown out of their Zord.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I can remember being 5 years old and being like,
It shouldn't happen.
What's happened?
And doesn't he like mess up the Megazord and its head starts being like, wah, 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 like, you know, getting zapped and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that that this is where the Zords are destroyed. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's sort of, it's sort of assumed they like sort of fall apart. But
yeah,
I think the next bit is like the fight him on the beach as well.
Yeah.
And he this is where we learn he's got fireballs, like Ryu from Street Fighter or Goku. And I'm like, he's got green fireballs.
Yeah.
Like you say, he's totally overpowered.
Yeah.
Compared to the regular ones.
But this is what happens with every Sixth Ranger. For the first couple of episodes where they're introduced, they are overpowered, they are overcharged, and then by like the 4th episode in, they're just like, meh.
Yeah, they go back to like a normal power level.
It's not. It's strange, but it happens every series. So folks, just get used to this conversation.
Yeah, and so like this is where they start talking about the Sword of Darkness stuff as well, where like Rita's like, oh well, here's the next level of stuff I'm gonna give you, Tommy, because you've proved your worth now by smashing up the Megazord by hand. So yeah, like then it's another like test of like, oh, you've got to fight some more putties so you can have this special sword. And this is where, for some reason, they decide that Bulk and Skull should meet evil Tommy for a little bit.
Yes, and I like this part because I love any scene where we get Bulk and Skull. I think they are brilliant actors, and they are brilliant characters because we see so much growth for them eventually. But at this point, they are very stereotypical 90s bullies.
And also not deterred by anything that happened before. They're like, we're going to bully Tommy because he's just standing in the alleyway.
Yeah, he's just there. They're like, oh, okay, we're going to try again.
Yeah, and then he like zaps them with evil eye beams, and then they jump in a bin.
Yeah,
and that's that.
That's that. And that's just a filler scene, but it's funny.
I think it's just to put them on the board because they do factor in a bit later, I think. But yeah, I think it's just to make sure we remember they're there.
Yeah, and it's just it's bonkers. This is literally, I am just very confused. But then obviously, they go back. Obviously, the Rangers go back to the command center. Yeah, and you've got Billy and Trini trying to fix the situation as usual, and then you've got the lab on the side. And I really like this part because I don't think this lab is seen again. It's literally just a little thing. It's just a little thing to the side that they use, and I quite like that. The fact that we've got a bit of expansion.
I don't
command chamber.
Yeah, because it's just like a dark like studio stage. But I think maybe we see some extra bits around White Ranger time.
Yeah,
possibly.
we see the underground.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is where we head back to school because they've still got to keep their attendance up. And they're all pissed and confused. Like Jason's like, stupid Green Ranger.
Yeah.
And they're like, I wonder who he is. Hi, Tommy, in a full green outfit.
Yes. Yeah, it's weird. You know, we've got Zach and Jason really trying to work it out. You've got Alpha who's been brought back, who doesn't remember what's happened.
Oh yeah, true. He didn't see it, sort of thing. Yeah,
his like memory's kind of scrambled. And then we've got the part where Kimberly meets Dark Tommy, and
he negs her.
Yeah, he negs her. See, I shared your notes with a friend of mine because I was telling one of my colleagues at work, and I was reading it and then I went, I don't understand what he means here. What's negs mean? She had to explain it to me because I didn't know because I'm not Northern, I'm Southern.
You're
this
innocent.
is the way it works because somewhere we meet in the middle. And
it's as far as I'm aware, it comes from like pickup artist culture mainly. But it's just a thing of giving someone a negative comment, like treating them mean to keep them keen.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on Kimberly obviously because this is a kid's show, and she's like, "Oh, you dick!" So in her own way.
Does. He's a right dick to her, and I didn't like that. I didn't remember how mean he was.
Yeah, he's horrible to most of them. But it's because they're such nice guys. They don't really give him any reaction. They're like, oh, well, he's probably just sad about something. And, you know, like in the background.
Yeah. And then we get one of my favourite parts of this. We get the bad guy conga line. Where they go on the field trip and they're going down to the beach.
Yes.
I just kept going, do, do, do. Come on, join the conga. Do,
Yeah,
do,
because
do.
that's one of Tommy's next trials is like, how about some more putties on the beach this time?
But that's a great way how they've blended the
Yeah,
Sentai and the American footage. I've got to
yeah,
admit, apart from when we had the Green Ranger rise from the slab
yeah,
in the
yeah,
last episode, they do a really good job of blending the footage. I'm not gonna lie, I
yeah.
don't have any criticism of the Sentai footage in this block.
No,
I
no, I
think
think
they've
the only yeah, I'm sorry. I think the only thing I noticed was the quality of the green suit is a lot different. Like,
yes,
the chest piece,
yeah.
notably.
You can notice when it switches.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have noticed that when I was a kid. I think we notice it now
no,
because we are aware of the difference in footage.
and it's had a HD pass, but
Yeah.
yeah, the Japanese guys were getting much better quality tailoring, shall we
Oh,
say?
oh, 100%.
Um,
100%. You know,
so
Saban was doing it on a budget.
yeah, yeah. So Tommy with a sword is also bad news because that
Yes.
just makes him even worse. Um,
Yes.
they managed to also because like Tommy can now has some magic in his human form,
Yes.
so he sort of corners Jason and have like a weird exchange, and then he sends him to the cage with Goldar inside of it.
The
Like,
dark
and
dimension.
Jason, yeah, and Jason's got no morpher, and it's
Yeah.
like basically gets held hostage for like a full episode. Like,
Yeah. And it's really strange. Like my notes on this is dark dimension, yay. Um and then I've put something about that fog cannot be good for anybody.
oh yeah, the dry ice floor.
Yes. Because Jason is very, very low in that later on in the episode. Like he is on the
Yeah,
floor.
true.
And I'm just like, that fog cannot be good for anyone.
Oh, these acrobatic kids didn't need health and safety.
Yeah.
They're all stunt people apparently as well.
But yeah, and obviously they get the power back, but they need Jason and they don't know where Jason is. And
Yes.
Jason's obviously in the dark dimension and Goldar's attacking him. And Goldar is quite scary in this scene. Like
Oh yeah.
Goldar does not hold back. He is petrifying.
I think the only reason he holds back is because he thinks it's like, oh, he's been given Jason to like play with.
Yeah.
But he's under no illusion that he's sort of there's any threat here. He's like, no, I got this. That's just a
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
So
He's
yeah, then
petrifying. Oh.
they bring the Zords out again. So I guess they can pilot Jason's remotely.
Yeah. See, that was the only criticism I had in this block where I was like, okay,
Yeah.
so they've called Jason Zord. But what I liked about it is the fact that we've got Zach as second in command.
Yeah, because they do form the Megazord. And I
Yeah.
guess once it's all connected, you don't need to pilot the T-Rex
Yeah.
exactly.
It must be. You know, it's
Yeah. It's only the middle bit. The arms and legs are, driven by other people.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is kind of where it sort of all gets nasty with the fighting and I think like I'm pretty sure the sword of darkness is still holding off the Megazord, even though like,
Yeah.
but they've lost a member, so they're like, we're not at our full strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is where I think Scorpina shows up as well quite soon.
Yes. So this episode ends with Jason on the floor of
Right.
the dark dimension
About to be killed.
in the
Yes.
fog. And then the next episode is basically it starts with yay. My notes are yay Scorpina, but
Yeah.
so much is happening in these episodes. Like my brain watching this as a 37-year-old was fried because there is so much happening.
Definitely.
But it's so good. I do not remember it being so good. If someone said to me, "This is a movie," I'd be like, "Oh, okay, I would watch it all the way through."
Yeah, it could very easily have been like a feature length thing.
Yeah.
Like for sure. And we would have sat there for the entire time.
I would have watched it. I would have watched it.
So Scorpina kind of doesn't have much of an intro apart from like she just sort of rocks up at the Moon Palace or whatever.
Yeah, and because Rita's like, "Oh, I'm gonna call my friend. She's always good. She's always good for helping." That's it.
And everyone's like happy to see her. I'm pretty sure, or like you're gonna call her type of thing.
I forget. It's Squawk who's not happy because he got stingray
Stung
stung by her and his head hurt for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but that's how we know she means business.
Yeah.
And Goldar's very happy to see her because
Yes.
I think I think they're actually husband and wife in
Yes, because
Japan.
yeah, in the Sentai version, they are husband and wife, and obviously they have a cute little baby, um,
Yeah,
who
really.
has the beanie, the beanie with the stuck on horns. Um, but yeah, I love
Yeah.
Scorpina, and this is one of the first times that we see the Zoo 2 footage, which is the special footage that was requested by America to fill in
Yes.
blanks.
Like reshoots. Yeah.
Yeah, the specific things that they wanted to happen. Like later on, we get the Green Ranger and the Pink Ranger doing
Mhm.
stuff together because obviously they're in a relationship. Spoiler.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things like that. Or I think it's Billy. There's a lot of morph stuff that's redone because his character in the Sentai version is more comical. Well, obviously Billy is not.
No,
So they
not
do
intentionally.
yeah, so they do a lot of those ones, but this is the first time that we see that because Scorpina's Japanese actress
Mhm.
is obviously speaking English, or at least it's attempting to speak English because when they do the dub, it matches up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
it's
she's not one like Rita, not one where you can hide that she's Japanese because she has no like face covering
yeah,
really, apart from
yeah,
like ornate headdress.
yes,
Uh, but yeah, she does look a bit like Goldar if he was like scorpion themed,
yeah.
but she's got a normal face. She's not like a wolf man or
Yeah,
whatever
and
Goldar
I'm
is.
not gonna lie, I love Amy Kawai's in this role of Scorpina. I
Yeah,
think between her and Wendy Lee, they do an amazing American Scorpina. I
yeah. The
Scorpina's
costume's amazing. A lot of
Scorpina is
black
one of
and
my
gold.
yeah. Scorpina is one of my favorite characters in the whole of Power
Yeah,
Rangers because I just love this concept and I love how badass she looks and how
yeah.
badass she is.
But yeah, like the Rangers don't even get much of a chance to process Scorpina. Like
No.
she's bad news.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, like we basically get like a rooftop fight with Scorpina and Putties. And I think it's kind of just to try and finish off the Rangers
Yeah.
while Goldar finishes off Jason.
Yeah.
Um,
And
but
I was screaming
yes,
at the television going, guys, use your critical thinking. Critical think this problem. Think who is the Green Ranger?
yeah, because yeah, the do the slot they're starting to piece it together, but
Yeah.
they need Jason. He's the rock that holds everyone together
Yeah.
and puts everyone on the same page.
Yeah. And but obviously Goldar and Jason are having a big old fight.
Yes, but Goldar is showboating and laughing too much
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I think what happens is Rita basically switches him out and she's
Mhm.
like, Goldar, you're needed somewhere else. So, uh, Tommy, you get in here,
Yeah.
Green Ranger, and you finish off Jason. And then Green Ranger is laughing too much because he's like,
But isn't the laughing really like really kind of 90s villain?
yeah. He's not that it doesn't sound that evil though, but yeah, he's trying.
Yeah, he's trying. He's not quite in his villain era yet.
But he's
Um
yucking too much, and like you know, Jason's had enough time to figure out like a rough idea of a plan here and get his morpher back.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I think is this where like Billy fixes one of the consoles so they
Yeah.
can actually transport
Yeah,
Jason sort of
they
back.
they could teleport and they kind of get him out just as like Tommy is
Yeah,
gonna do like the final like
yeah,
and
yeah.
thankfully
Um,
he teleports on the floor.
yes.
Yes.
But yeah, so this is where Green Ranger sort of put out of action for a bit because Rita's like, "You dummy, you stay in the cage and think about what you've done."
Yeah.
So we get Big Goldar again. They reuse the footage, but it's good footage, so I'm not that mad about it.
Yes.
Um, Big Scorpina is quite interesting because she actually transforms when she becomes big
Yes.
into like a more monster
Yeah, and
version.
I like this. I like the fact that they didn't go the soft approach of just having the actress like
Yeah,
stomping around on a set. I like the
it's a
fact
bit
that
silly. Yeah.
yeah, I actually do like this as a concept, but one of my favorite parts in this episode is literally when you've got after this you've got Goldar and Scorpina arguing and you've got Rita with a mirror and she's trying to beautify herself. I love this
Yassify
part.
herself.
I absolutely love this part. I was giggling. I was like, this is hilarious. This is so
Yeah,
funny that they've kept this part of the Japanese footage. I was just like,
like the interactions.
yeah,
Yeah,
I love that because you could see it and you could imagine it that they are husband and wife. Like Goldar and
yeah,
Scorpina. You could see it. And you've got obviously
yeah.
yeah, you can see it. I just love it. I love the fact that we've got these little bits in still.
And so like this part actually gets quite nuts because Goldar starts like scaring everyone in the school and stuff, so everyone bounces. Bulk
Yeah.
and Skull decide to steal the school bus.
Yes.
um which lands them in the city where Goldar and all this action is, and he picks up the bus with Bulk and Skull on. He knows their names as well. He's been
Yeah.
watching the
Yeah.
viewing, he's been checking
Yeah.
out the school
But
politics.
in this, they all know each other's names. Like Rita knows the Power Rangers' names.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
Yeah.
even Goldar's listened enough. He knows Bulk and
Yeah.
Skull. He's been watching the
And this is
episode.
another great thing of them blending American and
Yeah.
Sentai footage. Because
Yeah.
you wouldn't know it unless you specifically knew that
Yeah.
they were merging stuff. And I think it's genius.
I don't remember which ranger says it, but they're like, "No, they're civilians." So it's like, oh, the need to protect Bulk and
Yeah.
Skull because they're innocent bystanders.
Yeah,
in
and they
all
are.
this.
They are. But
Yeah.
I've labelled this part as Bulk and Skull Adventures. Ha 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 ha.
Definitely, because they're like driving the bus, being like, "You idiot!" Like,
Yeah.
go this way, and then yeah, so the putties they basically place them on a cliff, and then the putties are like rocking the bus, like, "Oh, we're gonna push you over," and they can't get out.
Yeah.
And they do push the bus over, and then the Megazord catches it,
I love
which you don't often see the Megazord do other stuff than
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's always
I
fun
like
when you
that.
see the giant hand.
Yeah, I do. I like this episode. There's just so much that happens.
Yeah.
But it's all new stuff that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
We are what by this time we're like 20 episodes in, I think, roughly about 20 episodes.
Yeah.
So
And they've still got surprises for us.
yeah,
Case in point, she makes the Green Ranger grow into a giant Power Ranger, and he teams up with Goldar, and they do their own team up attack with swords. And I'm just
Yes.
like, what? They do like a big beam,
yes.
and this is where the Megazord gets destroyed.
Yes.
And all of the dinosaurs die in the fire, or the Guardian Beasts, whatever you want to.
Yes, and
describe them
we've got
as.
we've got the Rangers being like devastated, and understandably, yeah. Do it again. Do that again.
It's just playing the footage in backwards, like the rising footage
I
in
know, but
reverse.
I can remember as like a 5-year-old being devastated. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god, like there's also gone. What?
Yeah, and they're like looking down the cavern, I guess, being like, "Oh, that was swords."
Yeah.
um,
And
but
you're
yeah,
like,
I think
wow.
that's the end of this episode as well. Talk about a downer.
Yeah, and then obviously the next episode pretty much starts with them they get enough information, don't they, that they realize it's Tommy.
I think there's like Zordon shows them on the globe. He's like, "Look at this blurry picture,"
Yeah,
and they're like, "That's Tommy."
yeah. And then Kimberly tries to confront him, and
Yeah.
he's quite neg to her again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think it's pretty much just like "You'll never stop me" type of thing, and then he's
Yeah.
like wanders off.
yeah. And it's very much like, oh, okay, fair
But
enough.
then Rita's like, "Oh, how about another present, Green Ranger? How about the coolest robot in the entire show is about to show up? She's got it." Oh, Zoom! Don't you dare blank that out. You might need to put it closer to the mic. The mic. Oh no, Zoom won't let us hear it.
I think it will, because when I did the test, it did show her up on that. So I
Okay.
think it's okay. If not,
Well-
I can do it. Dun, 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 dun.
So yeah, Green Ranger's got his own Godzilla, it turns out. Who it's just called the Dragon Zord, which is fine. Works totally fine.
Simple.
In
It's
Japan
simple.
though, it's called Caesar, and I kind of think that's really cool. And I
Yes.
wish they'd sort of kept that.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think it would translate as well.
No.
But it
But
is
it-
a cool name.
I like the idea it has its own name rather than just sort of like a designation.
Yeah.
But no, this is like full on Godzilla. It's the same body size as
Yeah.
OG Godzilla. It comes out of the water like Godzilla does. It's just robot Godzilla, but not Mecha Godzilla.
No.
It's a different.
And this is where my notes end because I've literally ended my notes with dun 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 dun. Dun. That's
because you just had stars for eyes for the rest of this.
Yes, that's literally where it ends for me with my notes.
Yeah, I just need to talk about the design of the dragon sword because it's just so cool. Like the gold accents, and it has like Z's on it and stuff like that. It's just got extra design bits that the regular Dinozords just don't have.
It's epic. It is epic, and you know, in the 90s, as this, it's brilliant, and I love it. You can see it in the corner, right in the corner of our screen. You can just see its little head.
Yeah.
And I do love it. I love this sword. This is one of my favorite swords, and I'm really sad with how it ends.
Yeah, like it's short-lived, but maybe that's why we love it so much because it wasn't there for the longest time. But yeah, it has a drill tail, it has machine gun, or like rocket fingers, which is that's full on Mecha Godzilla. He does that too. Drill tail, maybe not, but I'm sure that showed up on one of the aliens.
No, it does show up on something. I'm sure I've seen it outside of Power Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bug guy who's made of drills in a Godzilla, so they've used that trick before.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is basically where like Jason's finally like, you know what? I hate you, Tommy. We're gonna have a throwdown with dinosaur robots. Here we go. It's the Tyrannosaurus Zord versus the Dragon Zord, and you know what? The T-Rex has got some moves.
It does. It really, really does. And I was like, oh, this is the first time that we've seen Jason really angry, and Elsa kind of going off by himself.
Yeah, because like that's what I mean. Like he fights because he's like, no, I'm just gonna call the Tyrannosaurus and we're gonna go at it before anyone else is ready. And there's like they actually do like flying moves, which I was surprised at. Like to get the guy in the robot suit to do a big jump.
Yeah, and obviously
just like a big kick.
Yeah, you're a bit like, wow, this is kind of amazing. But also, this is kind of where Rita's spell starts to kick in because we've missed that part that Rita's got a whole plan.
Oh, the eclipse.
Yes, because we find out that the Power Ranger Zord, the Megazord, is solar powered.
Somehow, yes.
Yeah, it's powered by the sun, and obviously Rita's
through the morphin grid.
Yeah, and Rita is finally like, okay, I can cause an eclipse because I've got magic, and this is what I'm gonna do. And the Zord starts to fail, and the Rangers kind of give it a last Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Called the Power Sword, and then they do a move, and they kind of knock the Dragon Zord back, don't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They massively screw it up because like the friggin' throw it into a mountain at some point. Like he does a big he picks it up and like throws it on the ground, then they like swing it by the tail like into a mountain.
Yeah, because obviously at this point they kind
of
yeah. Because obviously in all of this, we realise that Zordon's back because obviously their power coins start to kind of glow. And obviously, this is how they kind of get the Dinozords back.
Yeah, it's not really like explained very well.
Yeah,
they're sort of just allowed to have them again, but we want the big robot fight, so it's fine.
Yeah, we don't mind. We like a good Zord fight.
And so, like, I think Zordon also is the key because he knew about the Sixth Ranger, he knew about the Dragon Coin and everything.
Another episode where Zordon knew it, and if he'd shared that information, a lot of this wouldn't have happened.
That should be an orienteering, shouldn't it, for Power Rangers? Like, oh, by the way, there was a sixth power coin, but I'm not sure where it is right now or something. Or I think Rita might have it. So that might be a good thing to watch out for.
But yet again, Zordon didn't share this.
Yeah, because he's very much into prophecies, as we kind of find out.
Yes.
But, so I think he tells them that if they can destroy the Sword of Darkness, that'll probably break enough of the spell so that they can get Tommy back to normal. But yeah, I mean, they do destroy it, and the spells the spell's kind of broken, and
Yes.
that's kind of our main threat gone.
Yeah.
That's it. They did it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a spectacular final fight
Oh
though,
my
with the
God.
whole like swinging the dragon round by its tail and like
Yeah.
the mountain exploding. It was a really good finale
And
because
like
sometimes
Jason leaping
yeah
from, the cockpit of the Zord to confront Tommy, and you've got
yeah
like the power sword against the blade blaster, and it's quite good. And obviously Tommy uses the dragon dagger to activate the dragon shield for the first time. This is the first time where we see
yes
properly, his
and
shield glowing.
and the way yes he like deflects all the beams, doesn't he,
Yeah.
when he's like out of the sword. And like it's interesting because he changes fighting styles because he's got like the dragon dagger and the big sword,
Yeah.
and I'm like, ooh, he knows like a different fighting style, a
Yeah.
two sword style.
Yeah.
um but yeah, that they managed to beat him, and then he's like, oh, what did I do? I'm sorry, guys.
You're like, oh,
Kind of thing.
oh.
They knew he wasn't that evil.
Yeah.
Well, he was evil, but they knew it wasn't his
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
um Okay, and then this is the part where Zordon's like, finally, the sixth ranger, the prophecy is fulfilled.
Yeah, and
He's on the side of good.
I was just like, oh, for Christ's sake, if you'd told this, there wouldn't have been any of these issues.
Oh
It
yeah,
just
this goes for a lot of fiction. If there's a prophecy, you've got to inform some of the people.
everybody has to be informed. Communication
But
is key.
yeah, because if it's a real prophecy, it doesn't matter if they know or not, it'll still happen. Unless it's a fake prophecy.
Yes.
But yeah, this is really nice though, because they do like a proper like inspirational like round robin around the whole team for them
Yeah.
all to be like, six rangers fighting on the side of good, like all that stuff. Saying
Yeah.
all the lines.
Yeah. And
Um,
it's nice.
yeah.
Yeah. I like how this episode ends. I'm not unhappy with any part of this episode. I like the fact that Elsa the Elfer gets recognized for his leadership skills, because
Oh, he holds things down, yeah.
my little dude, he is the key to this episode. He tries his best, and he
Oh yeah,
does really well.
and he has the scary job where the Green Ranger comes into his house and starts
Yeah.
messing everything up.
Yeah.
Terrifying. So yeah, Zordon's proud of everyone. It's this is where where Zordon's like, and now that you have all of the Zords, you could do this cool new trick. And he's like, how about, oh, I can't remember what it's called. Is it actually called like the Mega? No,
It's
Ultra Mega Zord or
it's the
something?
battle
Fighting
mode,
mode?
or
Battle
the
mode.
Mega Dragon Zord.
Battle. Yeah, okay. They do call it battle mode.
Yeah.
I have a pog with it on if anyone wants to
Yes.
see it, if they're
And
watching
we
the
love this
video.
pog because it's the knees.
It's just the connection of the feet.
Yeah.
So if you'll note, that is the dragon. Oh, sorry, that is the dragon's feet turned up. That sit on the two
Yeah.
leg swords. So I had this toy. And what's amazing about the old 90s toy is it works exactly like it does in these shots. As in, like, you take off the shield, the arms, put the hands in,
That's so cool.
clip it together. The mouth comes down into the face. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, that's just the toy that come to life, sort of thing.
It's amazing.
That's what Japanese ingenuity was like in the 90s, like for the Power Rangers and stuff, and Transformers.
Yeah.
We had good stuff back then.
So cool. I didn't realize it was that impressive.
Yeah, it's like literally exactly the same. Like, and you did that all yourself, like clipped the shield together. And what's even better about that is he's got like a Tommy shield, which was just his arms holders before, and it's like synergy.
That's so cool.
It does look kind of goofy though, because it's got like a big is like chest bit that comes out, goes on top of like the sword, which is also his tail. His weapons may be a little bit cumbersome. But no, that, like I said, that did happen though. You pulled out the middle section with all the flashing lights on. That was where the batteries went for the flashy chest.
That's so
lights.
cool. That's amazing. I love that.
Hopefully you get to see one day, because I don't have mine anymore, but
Yeah.
hopefully we can find one at a shop that someone will let us look at
Yeah.
in detail.
Yeah, hopefully. So if anyone knows anywhere that says Power Ranger toys, let us know.
Yeah, even if we can just go and touch them
Yeah,
and not buy them because they're
no,
probably really expensive.
yeah, because we're skint.
But you know those new Megazords came out that weren't too expensive, so maybe they'll put a drag. I'm sure there's a dragon one, isn't there already, like for 30, 40 pound, which isn't too
I
bad.
don't know because obviously the sword that I've got is part of the new line, the reignition
Yeah.
line. But I don't actually know what they've brought out in in the toys because it was just I wanted this. I wanted the weapons because
Oh
obviously
yeah.
I've got the Yellow Ranger weapons. I wanted the Green Ranger, and obviously I want the Pink Power Ranger weapon. I want the bow and I want the bow.
Can you stick them all together into the big gun though?
No,
Oh no, you maybe
because obviously
they'll be aware.
the yellow the Dino daggers are a different line to the ignition.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
the old line before they stopped doing like the helmets and
yeah.
all of that. So obviously these ones are the reignition toys. Maybe the reignition toys altogether will do it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then fucking grab some people that know the up north and each buy one, and then when we get together,
To
we
be
can
fair,
make the big the
it
big
wasn't that
gun.
expensive. I was willing to pay a lot more for it. To be fair, and
Yeah, that's
it's not bad
yeah.
quality.
Oh yeah. I mean,
It's
you don't want it to be like
and it's a
metal and
lot
heavy or
lighter.
anything.
It's a lot
Yeah.
lighter than the old style toys because they're quite
Okay.
solid. Like my dragon daggers could do some damage.
Yeah, I didn't have anything from this run, like any kind of, physical stuff you could like, use as props, but I had the white Ranger's sword, like that
Saga.
the toy version of that with its little mouth that would be like "Bang, bang, bang, bang," when you press the button. But no, that was pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
Again, probably needed like 6 batteries in the hilt, but
I
it
don't know
was
I don't know how many this needs, but it had one come with it. So
probably less than they weren't really great on the power consumption back in the
oh, it
90s.
looks like it's just a little one. It's just like
Oh,
the little
that's even
circle
better.
ones.
That's how you keep the weight down. Uh, um, but yeah, this was an amazing rewatch. It's just as good as you remember, really. Like, there's no downtime. There's no chance to get bored of anything.
No,
It's just
and
dull.
I literally was like, how I kept saying in my notes is, how is this just one episode? I just couldn't get over just how much was happening.
Yeah, like you think because there is other cartoons from around this time period that did multi-parts. Gargoyles is one that sticks in my mind. Like their intro is like a 5, 6 part thing, but they spend a lot of time meandering. This is like they put like an entire season's worth of like fights into this thing.
Yeah. It's just so much was happening. And I was like, I wasn't overwhelmed, but I was like, how is this only one episode? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't wrap my head around it.
And then it would have a cliffhanger, and you're like, how is this only one episode
Yeah,
with another cliffhanger?
I
But no,
couldn't.
yeah,
Yeah, I really struggled with just wrapping my head around how quickly it kind of was going, and just
yeah,
how quickly the time was flowing. Because obviously, I watched 3 episodes, and then I watched the last 2 episodes
yes,
with my tiny human, and I was
yeah,
just like, whoa, this is 5 episodes, and it didn't feel like it was 5 episodes.
no,
It
no. And some
really
of the
didn't.
ones we have watched have been a little tough to get through,
Yeah,
but because they are so short, literally, um, it's never like too bad. But
yeah,
yeah, if this 5-parter was slow, it probably would have felt like forever, but it flies over somehow.
yeah. It didn't feel.
Hats off to the editors.
Yeah, kudos to you guys. It was great, and I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
this
We
was
did
quite
it.
nice because this is a different format than what we've been doing before. Because obviously previously we've just been doing one episode and then another episode and
Yeah.
then another episode. There's been like no connection. So this was nice. This was different.
Yeah, and I think it probably helps that it like a lot of the stuff was high drama, so it's stuck in
Yeah,
our heads a bit better
yeah,
than sort of, random scenes of people being like, let's clean up the trash at the school and stuff like
yeah.
that.
But like the next 4 episodes that we've got, it's the trouble with shell shock, it's the mad
Mm.
mad mackerel, life's a masquerade, and gung ho.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to see how Tommy slots into the group
Yeah,
and how much or how little they decide to use him going forward.
yeah,
Um,
because they've got very
also,
limited
yeah.
Green Ranger footage, really.
Yeah, yeah. And so this is where I also realized that I wasn't watching Reignition. I was technically watching like the old version because on Netflix, they decided to put Reignition as season 4. So when you just press play on it, it just plays season 1. So you've got to go into the menu a bit and decide to put on Reignition, which is season 4 on
Oh, so
Netflix.
maybe I was watching the original one then, because I
Yeah, maybe. And that's why we've been complaining about screen tearing and stuff like that in the early
think it
episodes.
could be.
Because the film reel was probably broken or something back then.
Who knows? But we both watched the same episode.
Oh yeah, it is exactly the same. They
Yeah.
just cleaned it up, and I think like the logos new, like when the song finishes, like the final logo
Yeah,
that
and
pops up is
obviously,
like HD.
when it's the ignition, it's the Zords are there's a lot more with the Zords. It's upscaled.
Okay. Well, we'll look out for it in the next
Yeah,
one. I watched the final scene just to be like, is anything different? But it
yeah.
didn't look
I
that
didn't see
different.
anything different, so maybe it wasn't the reignition that I was watching because it was definitely season 1
Yeah.
because it was just
Yeah.
carrying
Well,
on.
there's a tip for anyone who's watching along to how to unlock the actual Netflix season that they should have put at the front. But hey ho.
But yes, so our next episode is next year now.
Ooh, that's interesting. We're getting to the end of the year, everyone.
Yeah. And I want to thank you, first of all, Jake, for coming along on this little fantastic little ride with me because we've been wanting to do something like this for a while, and I was just like, should we do it? Should we just do it? Let's go.
Yeah.
And then Paul made us a logo.
Oh yeah.
And then Paul made us the background, and I was like, well, we've kind of got to do it now.
It's too late now.
It's too late. There's no going back. And we've got a playlist now.
Yeah, it's super fun to like rewatch this stuff with like a modern eye and see what the hell we were watching back then.
Sometimes you're like, ooh.
But yeah, it's one of them. It's one of those shows where, like you say, we just started it. We don't have any like grand plans of what happens, in the future and stuff. But we're definitely gonna finish out Mighty Morphin because we're too far in at this point.
Yes, we are in deep. We are in deep. But yeah,
and then we've got a movie to worry about at some point.
Well, we're gonna have to figure out when to watch the movie because the movie is somewhere before the Power Rangers go to Australia, because that's why they film an episode in Australia, because the movie went over time and they had to film stuff while they were out there.
Oh dear.
So that's why there's like a random Australian episode.
We'll just make up a new uncle that lives in Australia.
There we go. That's got to be it.
We haven't met Tommy's family yet, if he has any. I don't know.
He does.
They'll probably drop the relatives after a while. Like that's a silly idea, but no, yeah, we'll see.
That's next episode. But you guys need to continue watching because we have a new outro.
Yes. Created by the wonderful Lee.
We love Lee.
Who came up with our intro catchphrase as well.
I can't remember what was our.
Well, what? It's podcasting time.
Oh yeah, no, he our intro. Yes, he did. Saying
he invented that.
He did. Yes,
patent pending.
Yes, patent pending. But until then, may the power protect you, and happy Christmas and a happy New Year.
Look out for Paul.
Go look out for Paul. Yeah.
Sword power!